Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Costume Quest 2. In the last video, we pretty much finished up all our trick-or-treating in the swamp portion of the Bayou, and we found ourselves at the crossroads of the French Quarter and the Bayou. So in order to make some more progress, we need to go up and visit the French Quarter, but it is worth backtracking to the Bayou for a few things that we can do and a couple of things that I missed. So on this path here, we're just going to travel south towards the Bayou, and there's a gator in the way blocking a chest. Use the clown costume to honk, move it out of the way, and that will give us the greenish yellow fabric for our pterodactyl costume. There is an enemy patrolling this path, but I took care of it off screen. Once you hit this part of the path, if you just head to the south here, there's another fountain. We didn't visit this last time. I missed it. And there's also one of our hide-and-go-seek kids hiding behind those trash cans. And that is the third kid that we will find in this Bayou area. So the rest of the kids are in the French Quarter. Now we're going to go all the way back to the portal and visit Corvus. We got a quest to go back and see him. And that happens when you hit level 3. Anytime you hit level 3, you can come back to the present day and speak to Corvus to get some more battle moves. Look at you, all battle-hardened. I think you might be ready to learn more. If you're agile enough, you can get an extra attack in on your enemies before they know what hit them. So yeah, we're gonna learn about some combos, which are very useful. Basically allows us to attack twice in one turn. So you can practice it a little bit here on Corvus. Anytime he teaches us something new, he requires us to do it 3 times in a row anyways. So, just something new for us to get the hang of that'll help us in battle. You pack quite a punch for a kid. I think it's safe to say you've mastered the art of combos. I think that will come in handy for sure. I do believe we also have the duplicate creepy treat card for the kid in the trailer park area. I'm gonna speak to him. I might not. Oh, I do. Perfect. Yes, I thought I did. So he's gonna give us a bubble barf card. And that pretty much takes care of everything in this area for now. And we can move on forward towards the French Quarter. Now that I have some more candy, I can also talk to Shady again, and he should have some more stuff for us to buy. So he's added some more cards in that weren't here last time, and we also have our first upgrade available for our costumes. So if we want to, we can buy candy corn an upgrade, but that's a very, very steep upgrade for us to afford at this point. And this is also a very, very good card. An enemy will heal you rather than damage you, which sounds fantastic. Alright, so let's move on forward towards the French Quarter. We can go around this house. You can't trick-or-treat at it, of course, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you can come into the yard and grab a fudge crystals card. Trying to avoid this guy because I'd rather just fight him later. You can actually see this kid here hiding. Not very well. So why don't we talk to him first. We also have our fountain in this area. This is a nice, busy, booming type of a place. Look at this. There's all sorts of stuff to do, all sorts of stuff to see. Very, very lively. So, first thing, I guess, is to just head over to the left here, where we will meet Shady again. And he's got the map of the French Quarter. So we might as well buy that. And if you want to look at your maps, by the way, it's in the menu. You can see that it'll be added in here. And then you can scroll through all the maps that you've purchased and obtained. You can see here, if we look at the map of the Bayou, it's showing us all of the houses as trick-or-treated at. It's showing that we got both the costume pieces in the area. It'll also show where Shady is on the map, indicated by the card icon. The portal is on there, the healing fountains, so it really does have everything that you might want to know. And as you can see here, we have quite a few houses to trick-or-treat at. So I'm going to move these trash bags, and I'm actually going to climb this building. Because at the top, we have probably the best hidden kid for our hide-and-seek game. And then we just have one more to find. And she's kind of out in the open, in plain sight, so we will get to that soon. But we should do some more trick-or-treating first. And hopefully during this time I can test out my combos. And our superhero costume is actually going to be very strong against these new type of crony enemies that we've just encountered, which is awesome. And it looks like our clown costume is also going to be strong against them as well, so it should be easy to take care of these ones. And I guess I also have my ability. Might as well just use that to get it out of the way. So you can see when you actually have the appropriate costumes to fight enemies that you're strong against, it goes much, much faster. Which is very, very helpful, obviously. And this guy just refuses to die. He's just holding on for dear life. Just to make our lives a little bit more difficult. We're just gonna kind of ignore the people for now and continue on with our trick-or-treating here. Two enemies in a row, that's a bummer. Well, hopefully that means that there won't be any more enemies. The next house should have a adult to give us some candy. So I'll probably get the clown to attack these enemies just because it is weak against the combatant type enemies, so at least if I get him to attack these ones, I could use a superhero for the other enemies. And I think Reynold is gonna need some healing. So I'll probably use the clown's turn to do some healing. Just to get us back into tip-top shape here. How annoying that that enemy can heal. I guess if we can heal, it's only fair that they can heal. If you had a large group of those enemies, it might be a good idea to mute the magic of at least one of them. They're putting up a pretty good fight. We've just got one left now. Before I forget, I should go into the menu after this and look at what creepy treat cards we can change ours out with that might give us a little bit of an advantage. And hopefully now we've got him. There we go. So I'm definitely gonna go to the fountain now because we're sort of getting a little bit hurt. We're getting our butts beat a little bit. And then once we've done that, I'll just kind of continue on in this little sort of clockwise motion that I've been going in. That is the best squirrel costume I've ever seen. Are you blind? I'm not a squirrel, but thanks for the candy, I guess. Gonna destroy these garbage bags. And there's another opening here, which will take us up to another area. I gotta switch costumes here to the clown. Honk at those birds to move them. And at the top, we have another candy corn piñata. Give ourselves some more candy. Hello, stairs. Well, I guess I can't go down. I guess I just have to drop down. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, but if I want the rest of my candy, I have to go back up. That's strange. Usually, if you go back in, you can go back out the same way, but same here. You can't go back down. You gotta drop down. Our last hide-and-go-seek person, even though they are sitting like a duck in plain sight, is right here. And they are going to upgrade our trick-or-treating pail from a paper bag to a potato sack. And of course we skipped over this house, so we should hit this one before I forget. We should only have a few houses left. We're doing really well on the trick-or-treating front. And lots of stray candy as well. Lots and lots of stuff in here to hit for some extra pieces. Three adults in a row. Wow, amazing. Which means our next house is most likely going to be an enemy. And I think these are our last two houses, are they not? Let's see. Yes, they are. Alright. Well, before I forget, let's look into our creepy treat menu here. And you can see here that we have some really, really great cards to choose from. So, what do I want to pick? Splash damage might be good. And then you can choose which one you want to replace. You can only have up to 3 at a time, so you have to kind of choose wisely as to what it is that you want your few cards to be. The Bone Bones seems really, really useful. So let's go with these 3. Let's go with the Fruit Flakes, the Bone Bones, and the Fudge Crystals for now. And this is kind of nice because we actually have a variety of enemies. We've got one of each of the 3 that we've been fighting so far. And being able to stun an enemy for 3 turns is so useful. Basically takes that enemy out of the fight for 3 turns entirely. And the muting magic, it could be useful for either the machinist or the anarchist enemy, because one heals and one poisons us. So it's kind of a hard pick. I don't quite know what I want to do. Let's go ahead and stun this enemy here for 3 turns, because not only will it poison us, but it usually gets a chance to attack us afterwards. So we can kind of take that guy out for 3 turns and just sort of ignore him and take care of these other 2. Which I think was a good choice. Now, of course, we're going to have to wait for that to cool down in between fights, but can you imagine if you got to use that every single fight? You would be making this game really, really easy by doing that. So I understand why they have a cooldown period for a lot of these cards. Some of them are really, really useful. Let's go ahead and use our special attack, since there are still 3 of them left. And that's working out beautifully. Now it's unstunned. Now it can attack us, so we're gonna have to deal with it possibly poisoning us for a turn or 2. But at this point it doesn't really matter because it's almost dead. And we haven't had to really deal with this one at all until now, so. Easy peasy. Okay, that's the last house. Let's get this ridiculous pile of candy to Little Bones so we can get to those witches. What the heck? That brace face just stole our candy. Hey, come back here. That's our ticket home. Well, damn. He just stole it right out of our hands, even though you can see that we have the pail in our hands. Although I guess what we would have done was we would have put our candy into Little Bones' pail. Anyways, it's not important. We're gonna go back and get our candy because we do not want to be stuck here forever. There are still some things that we have to do in the French Quarter. Hey guys, it's him! So if you go towards the French Quarter, you can actually see that this kid's house is in the trees here, and we cannot get to him until we get our next costume, which we'll be finding in the French Quarter. We also have some side quests to do. So it's going to be a little bit before we can get our candy back, but rest assured we will get it back and we will be able to continue on and hopefully get out of here at some point. That is going to be it for me. I'm going to stop it here and I will return next time. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that you will be back to watch the next video.